Hello everybody, welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube and Twitch channels. I hope you're all having a good Monday morning. Here I am, ready to do a nice variety show for you guys. I've got a couple of videos picked out, got some Reddit stuff picked out, and then we're going to switch over to combat because I need to practice as much as I can because Thursday I've signed myself up for qualifying. There's I think it's 6 weeks of qualifiers, so this is the first week of season 2 of a tournament called Rips Arena, and this is not pro. This is just done completely online by Rip, who is a German content creator, and the community that he has. And they've been sponsored by Advantage or Gamer Advantage for this season, and there's a pretty hefty prize pool. So I don't think I'm gonna actually win anything, but this is the learning experience, right? And I said I wanted to do competitive stuff with MK1, and what better way than to just jump right into it, right? So that's what I'm going to do for basically the second half of every stream this week. And then Thursday at 1 o'clock, I'm supposed to be doing my match. So I'll be streaming that live as well, so you guys can watch that. So I hope you guys are ready for that, and I hope you guys are having a good day. It is cold and windy and blech, because it's November. And that's what November does. November is cold and windy and blech. So, that's basically it. So, I've got some interesting videos for us to watch. The first thing we're going to watch is a segment of one of these UK hospital shows, because apparently in the UK the NHS allows like the BBC into hospitals to film the staff and the patients, and apparently people really enjoy watching this stuff, and I can see why, because I've become addicted to watching it. It's really interesting. I don't. 80 in Texas, LOL, not sorry. Fuck you, I hate you right now. It's like 8 degrees Celsius here, so it's like, I don't know, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe. Maybe 40, probably closer to like 36. But yeah, screw your 80 degrees. I wish it was 80 degrees. I miss 80. I swear to God, I'm a reptile. I need the sun and the warm because I hate cold. I just don't function in the cold. But anyway, so this is a thing that happens. It happens in Australia too. They have this thing in Australia as well, where there's Emergency Australia, and they film in like one of the Sydney hospitals or something like that. But this is from St. George's Hospital in London, and they're treating she has some vision, but her best friend is, I think, blind, and they're treating the visually impaired lady for a broken ankle, and they're kind of talking to her, and it's really, I thought we would watch this segment. It's like 5 or 6 minutes long, and we just take a look at it and see what they have to say. Just because I just thought it would, I thought it would be interesting. The temperature inside the house has gone up by 2 degrees, hush, woman. Oh, shh. You shush. You hush, man. It's not a blistering 70. Fucking, do you know most people have their houses at 72, right? Room temperature is 72 degrees. That's what I've always been taught. So, you can shut up about your 70 degrees. It's not that bad. You, listen, just because you are a freaking Sasquatch with your permanent sweater, I need my warming rock. Ha! See? Isso's Bandits is usually at 76. See? See? You freaking whining about 70 degrees. Shut up. Shut up, you. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna start back where this lady's gotten her x-rays back. This is where the segment that I wanted to show you guys is.
Oh, me look, oh, me foot.
74-year-old Maggie is waiting to return to resus after having her ankle x-rayed.
You have to laugh, don't you?
So Maggie is the one that still has some vision.
Laughter's the best medicine, isn't it?
What, love?
Laughter is the best medicine.
Oh, any time. When I was a baby, I couldn't see at all. So I went to school as a 2-year-old.
Okay, so she had no vision when she was younger. Interesting. It's not my fault you want to cross the house naked after you get out of the shower. Well, isn't that what happens? Isn't that what... why would I want to wrap a wet towel around me while I cross the house? I'm dry now. The towel is wet and cold. Why would I want to wrap it around me?
I was brought up in a convent for blind and partially sighted. Sister Margaret was my mum, as I called her, because she brought me up. My poor old mum couldn't cope.
Oh, that's... See, and that's what's the sucky part about the older generation, is that they think it's normal. They're like, oh, my poor parents couldn't cope. Why? You weren't, like, deaf and blind. You weren't mute. You weren't, like, an invalid. You were just blind. What do you mean they couldn't cope?
Sisters, you know, nuns, they work you to a frazzle, really. They were strict in the convent, but that's the way I liked it. The sisters weren't there to love you. They were there to teach.
Yeah, no, the people who are supposed to be of God, they're not there to love you. No. Why would people of God be there to love you? Unless it's inappropriately.
And to educate you and make you independent. I just started getting a bit of sight back. So remember, they gave us a really good Christmas party. When Father Christmas came to the Christmas party, I screamed at him because I was scared.
Oh, because you finally saw the red beard and everything. Yeah, that would have been frightening. I feel like if you didn't see your whole life, and then you like naturally started to get sight back, that would be scary. Like that would freak me out.
But sort of got used to it.
Yeah.
I knew that I had to get through it. Hello, Nat. Oh, love, I'm sorry you've been waiting.
So Natalie's her friend, and so they live in council housing for blind people. Apparently, that's a thing in the UK.
There's a big gap there. There's a chunk missing here, and it's gone round the back. Soft tissues will be devastated.
Oh.
Doctors have received the results of Maggie's x-ray.
Jesus.
Now what we're trying to do is just to realign it and hold it
Temporary
there.
plaster
Yeah.
aligned.
Okay. So Maggie, x-rays are back and it looks like you have fractured your ankle, I'm afraid. On both sides. So we're going to have to put it back in alignment.
Both sides? Jesus Christ. That's... Ugh. Ugh. I'm getting shivers all the way up and down my spine right now.
You'll be okay.
What's your name, Doc?
My name's Jenna.
Jenna, I like that.
You're a doctor, are you?
I'm a doctor.
Isn't she lovely? Jenna, Natalie and Maggie Scatty, we are.
Scatty Maggie.
Nutty Nutty and Scatty Maggie.
Nutty and Scatty Maggie.
We come with a public health warning, don't we?
You come with the health warning and I have to pick up the pieces.
You cheeky swine.
This is like how me and my best friend would be if we lived like in a flat next door to each other as old women. This is how we would be.
What do you see when you imagine Maggie?
I know she's got white hair because she's an albino. I know she hasn't got red eyes.
She's an albino. I love how they say albino in Britain.
Maggie.
I know she's got white hair because she's an albino. I know she hasn't got red eyes because she's had them tattooed because she told me.
Oh, she has the corneal tattoos. Remember, council housing in the UK is just low-income housing here. Yeah, but they specifically, like, said they live in council housing for the visually impaired. So it's like, I guess that they specifically blocked off that section of low-income housing for RNIB people or something.
I've had what they call corneal tattoos. So they look a sort of dark bluey colour, not pink.
Oh, that's cool.
So you see, you're not the only ones that have got your tattoos. If you've got them on your body, I've got them in my eyes.
That's actually cool. Like, well, because some albinos have the red eyes, and people get really freaked out by that. So I can see why she did the corneal tattoos. If you don't have a risk of going blind, like, because usually I would call the people that get them stupid, right? Because they have a risk of blindness. Well, what's she gonna lose? The last little, like, she already was born without sight. She got a tiny bit back. What's gonna happen if she loses that tiny bit again? Ooh, right?
Yeah, I don't want to watch you fall over again, Maggie.
Neither do I.
Maggie, how will you manage, though?
I'll have to, Natalie, because...
Yeah, but you can barely walk with two legs, never mind one.
Oh, now that's an exaggeration.
No,
now.
I mean, you yourself said to me, to quote your phrase, I'm not walking, I'm shuffling.
I'm not walking, I'm shuffling. That sounds like it's gonna be me with my back by the time I'm 70. My eyes hurt. Thinking that my forearms hurt, I can imagine my eyes. See, I want to go get my thigh tattooed, but I need the funds for it. But yeah, I could never do like face or like eye. Like when Kenshi went blind in story mode this time, I was like, oh my god, no!
I've got my walker.
I've got my walker.
It could almost be like having a second mum. She's like 74 and I'm 47.
Aw.
She's someone that's there that I can kind of talk to, share with, maybe sit and listen to some music with. Maggie plays the guitar and she plays the keyboard. I love her to bits and I certainly wouldn't be without her.
Aw. That's awesome. That's really cute. I like that. These two remind me of me and my best friend, except she can see.
Oh, dear. Now what's this?
This is plaster trolley.
Oh, you're going to plaster me up, are you, love?
The orthopaedic doctor's going to have a look at it and then, yeah, we'll...
That's my cue.
That's
Hello.
my cue.
Got
Are
it.
you a doctor?
I am. I'm an orthopaedic surgeon. I'm a bone doctor.
Oh, right. Hey, watch your bones now.
Oh,
It's my bones he's after, though.
I'm going to let you keep them, but I'm just going to make them straight again.
I'm gonna let you keep them. I like the British doctors. How come doctors here don't like have a sense of humor like that? Why are the doctors here just like, "Meh, I'm gonna treat you now, and then you're gonna get the fuck out." Like, what the fuck? Why? Why is this a thing?
Well, we'll have to go into surgery, or what?
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, I don't want to go
So-
in. I don't want to go in hospital.
You already in the hospital.
I think the people with disabilities that come into A&E have lots of other obstacles to overcome. Maybe had a childhood where they spent a lot of time in hospital and haven't got particularly good memories of that or particularly good experiences.
That's true. There's the amount of people who are chronically ill that had horrible childhoods and hung out of hospitals. I'm so glad I couldn't remember my month in the hospital when I went blind. Like that's just I cannot. I'm so glad I can't remember that.
I can imagine as a blind person it would be terrifying with all the beeps, people possibly screaming. I think the closest that we could get to experiencing that is being blindfolded and walking into A&E and seeing how we'd fare, and probably not very well.
Fuck ER as a blind. Seriously, I fucking hate going into hospitals as a blind person because of like, and it's not like I'm an independent traveler. Like, I'm very good at traveling, but the amount of different noises that are going on in an emergency department, the feeling, like the sense of stress from all the patients, the amount of stuff that I know is inevitably going to be in the way, like carts and people and just all sorts of things, and it's not, and then when you have to be there like by yourself, it's not fun. Why did she describe the psych ward? No, dude, ER sounds just like she described it as a blind person. Like, when I had to go in there, when I passed out at the gas station on the way home from Ottawa once, because I had super low blood sugar and I didn't realize it. They took me into the ER and it was fucking awful. There was like so many beeping noise, like the pulse ox from like 5 different people around me. Somebody was like puking and crying, and like somebody else was, screaming because they had something broken, and like you could smell everything. It was fucking horrible. Fuck. I still think the blindfold method is 60% effective. The other 40% of people don't take it seriously because they know they can take the blindfold off. Yep. And I wouldn't even say that the 60% is, I would say that's a bit too generous, because the other problem is that it traumatizes people. They go the other way. They either laugh or they freeze and freak out and cry and just rip the blindfold off and say, I'm never doing this again. I can't do this. I don't know how you do this. And it cements their thoughts that blind people are just you know, like either inspirational for getting dressed in the morning or terrifying because they remind them of that few seconds of complete fear. I would say the blindfold method is probably closer to 30 to 40% effective because there are very few people. If you have a group of 10 people, I would say maybe 3 or 4 of them out of that 10 will get it. There will be 3 of them that will laugh, and then the other 3 will just break down and lose their shit. That's and I know because I've seen these simulations firsthand. I can't do it. The smell. Oh, fuck the smell of the emergency department. It's a specific fucking smell. It's a specific fucking smell in the ER. It's disinfectant mixed with death and fear. And I just can't. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I cannot do it. That's probably why when I got hit by the car and they were like, do you want to go to the hospital? I was like, no, I don't. I'm good. I'm fine. Because I knew they'd take me right into the ER. And I don't want to. No. I'm good. Ugh. Let's see. Your other senses build up, though, having all senses eventually dull others. You know what? That's a good point, Bandit, because I do notice that people who can see don't really use their other senses because your brain relies the most on what it sees. But the fucked up thing is that your brain, you don't just look at something and see it. Like your eyes have to, the image is, I learned this the other day, the image is like upside down and reversed, and then it has to go through your optic nerves, basically get flipped around, and then interpreted by your brain. So it's really messed up that your brain relies on like the least reliable sense in effect. Like, vision is quite honestly, the more I learn about how the eyes work and how vision works, the vision is literally, it's literally the most unreliable sense. You will send me that video. Thank you. Because this was basically all I wanted to show you guys of this segment. And while we're waiting for Pink Hollow to send us that, we're going to read this Reddit post about how to deal with ignorance in r/blind. Let me just go back to... Let me just get up through the comments, back to the post. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Okay. How to deal with ignorance. Hey everyone. I was walking around campus today when all of a sudden I hear someone go, "Hey, I know you're not blind, buddy. I saw you the other day. I have a very little amount of vision, so I was most likely using my phone and he saw it. I usually use a cane." Wait, let me try to get this. Hey everyone, I was walking around campus today when all of a sudden I hear someone go, hey, quote, hey buddy, I know you're not blind. I saw you the other day. I have a very little amount of vision, so I was most likely using my phone, and he saw it. Dude, that doesn't matter. I have an iPhone, and I've had people be like, how can you be using that? Like, seriously, it's bullshit. There will be people in TikTok lives who will say, how are you reading my comment right now? And my phone will speak the thing going, how are you reading my comment right now? And they will still keep asking. It's like, are you deaf? I usually use a cane, and I guess he doesn't like that. Obviously that irks me because it makes me feel like I'm faking it when in reality I'm not. How do you guys deal with sighties? Oh, fuck off. Sighties who just don't know about blindness. First of all, don't call them sighties. It sounds so fucking cringe. Just like blindies. I do that as a joke, but it's so fucking cringe. My standard is, did you know only 4% of blind people have complete sight loss? Yeah, it's wait, my standard is, did you know only 4% of blind people have complete sight loss? If I hear anything muttered at my blind husband when he's on his phone. Most have no clue, but it should make them pause next time they see someone. Yeah, do you know why people ask you guys these questions when you say that you're blind and then you're looking at something? Because blind to people means totally blind, right? And because there are so few of us that are totally blind, why is it that you guys can't just say visually impaired or legally blind? Why is it that you guys have to insist on assuming that all sighted people are just lazy sighties who can't figure it out? Well, maybe if you guys took the time to explain it in a less snarky fashion, then people would actually understand. Like, seriously, I'm sorry. I simply bring up the fact that they must be lighting their house with candles still. Right? Yeah, there's no way technology could have advanced this far to help blind people use a phone. Nope, that's impossible. If you feel the need to, you have difficulty seeing, and the cane is a tool like a hearing aid. People have a better understanding of hearing loss as a spectrum than vision loss. But how much time you want to spend explaining that is up to you. Maybe you don't want to explain your medical condition. Yeah, do you know why? No, it's not that people don't have an issue. It's not that people have a harder time understanding vision loss as a spectrum. It's because the people that have the vision that has lost don't take the time to explain that they're not totally blind when they say that they're blind. And people understand blind to be blind. That's why I don't call myself visually impaired, because I don't have vision to be impaired. Right? So why is it so hard for the majority of people who aren't actually totally blind to just say that they're visually impaired? Why do they have to make it harder for the 4% of us? And themselves. You know, maybe you would get less comments like that if you took the extra 30 seconds. Because I'm telling you right now, yeah, there are some dumbasses on this planet. But I'm telling you right now, most people today will understand that you have a little bit of vision, but for the most part, your eyes don't work. But you still have a bit of vision. Okay? The majority of people aren't that stupid. So stop treating every sighted person like they are the 10% of people that are that stupid, and give the other 90% some benefit of the doubt here. I'm going to start walking around everywhere and going up to people randomly and saying, "Hey Siri, turn on voiceover." Oh my god, that's great. You should. You should. You so should. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Do it. Seriously, do it. That would be fucking awesome. I would love you to do that. Oh my god. No, but seriously, that really pisses me off. That it's like these people who have some vision still, like, yeah, I get that their eyes don't fully work. I get that they have like tunnel vision or only peripheral vision, or like they only see shadows, and I get that those present other challenges. But they don't get that them saying that they're blind as a blanket term not only confuses the fuck out of sighted people who actually do have a brain and know what the difference between blind and low vision is. Like, they may not know it like an orientation and mobility instructor knows it, or like we know it, but they still know the difference, okay? And for you to be like, "Oh, I'm blind," and then actively look at something and your eyes are tracking, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're blind? I'm watching you look at something. That's a valid question. Because you have set it up so that people go, blind, no eyes worky. Wait, why are the eyes worky? Do you people not understand that? And why am I a fucking bitch for pointing that out? Like, I'm not saying that visually impaired people don't exist. I'm saying that maybe if they didn't assume all sighted people were retards and they took the few extra seconds to explain the difference between totally blind and them, all of us would have an easier time. But no, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy because I'm pointing out something that makes sense. God fucking damn me. How dare I? Am I the asshole? Wait. We're gonna do this one instead. Am I the asshole for not giving my son the same opportunity due to his choices? My wife regularly uses Reddit and recommended me to post on here because our family is split on who is wrong. I, 56 male, have 4 kids together with my wife, 54 female. We have 3 daughters. Chloe, 32 female, Wendy, 30 female, and Emily, 26 or 24 female, We also have 1 son Lucas, 26, male. Me and my wife have, since the birth of each one of our kids, put in monthly payments in a college fund for them. The amount in the funds was enough to cover for all 4 kids' college education. Wow. You know what? First of all, good for you guys for being able to put a monthly payment into each college fund at like every month for each kid. That's a lot of money. And then have it be enough to cover for the entire college? That's a lot of money, and like good for you for holding down jobs that can do that. Okay. Our kids all chose different paths in life. Whether it was their degree, place of education, or what type of school, they all went with something different. Okay. So, that's fine. Isn't that a good thing? I'm confused. When our oldest, Chloe, graduated high school, she talked to us about how she was unsure what she wanted to do with her life and had been thinking about taking a gap year. We talked with her and told her it was her choice, that if that was what she wanted to do, that she should do it and not rush into education. She did take 2 years, during which she worked and had an agreement with me and my wife, paid us $250 in rent each month to continue living with us. She still ate our food, we cooked for her, and still bought her necessities. The $250 we put in a savings account and gave her access to when she and her now husband were talking about beginning to buy a house. Okay, see, you guys are fiscally responsible parents. Holy shit. Even though the situation was not the same with each kid, they all knew about this and the plan for how the money would be used. Sorry. And the plan for how the money would be used. Sorry. When Wendella lived with us for 3 years after college. Emily lived with us during college. They both took part in this. The issue is with my son. He, like his oldest sister, wanted to take a gap year. We encouraged him to do so. He asked if he could stay with us. We told him yes, but told him about the rent situation. He was not happy with this, saying that he was our son and we should want him to live with us for how long he would need. We explained what the money would be used for. He said he did not give a shit. He was very angry with us for a long time and ended up staying with a friend of his. Wow. Oh, I need to go back to top. Hold on. Back to top. So the son is basically an entitled piece of shit. Is what I'm guessing here. That's what I'm getting here. The son's an entitled little asshole. If that's the way he's acting. There's more to this. I'm trying to get back to it. So yeah, basically they're not giving him the money because he's being an asshole and treated. No, your son's the asshole. Fuck your son. What? Fuck your son, and when your other daughter goes to get married, give her the money. You guys I don't know where the fuck he went wrong, but this guy's an entitled brat. Alright, we're gonna switch over to the Code Blue Cam shit. When you accidentally sell drugs to an undercover cop while at work. Well, that just sounds like a bad idea. Why on earth would you do that? Let me guess. This is Code Blue Cam, you guys. Is it gonna be in lacrosse?
In early 2023, detectives received a Crime Stopper tip that a store employee was selling drugs at the Treasure Coast Square Mall in Jensen Beach, Florida.
Oh, it's actually Florida! Holy shit! Such horrible fascist parents, right? Yeah, how dare they scrimp and save for like 20 years for each child for a college education and then ask them to pay rent which they don't use and put in a savings account for when they leave. Those bastards! Those absolute bastards! Jesus. Fucking kick your son out, man.
A 27-year-old male named Patrick thought it was wise to launch a side hustle within Zoomies, where he sold hallucinogens and other unconventional items not approved by Zoomies to customers of all ages.
Zoomies. Zoomies. You're gonna sell hallucinogenics at a place called Zoomies. That's amazing.
As for the Martin County Sheriff's Office, Patrick had been selling mushrooms for a couple months in the store. Undercover detectives initially spoke with Patrick at the store. Later, they returned on 2 separate occasions and purchased psilocybin mushrooms from him.
Ha 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 ha. Dummy. Never sell your shrooms at your job.
On September 1st, Patrick's rapidly expanding enterprise would soon face its abrupt downfall.
I bet it's been rapidly Who wouldn't go to Zoomies to buy shrooms? I would go to I don't even know what Zoomies is, and I would go there to buy shrooms. Just because of the name. Oh, you found the video? Oh, okay, the Jim Carrey video? Because I couldn't find it.
What's his name again? Patrick. What's up, man? Patrick, how are you, buddy? What up? Patrick. I gotta put your hands behind your back.
Yeah. Put your hands behind your back, you idiot. Hey, cannibalistic wizard, what's up?
We'll explain everything in a second, okay?
Yeah.
You're set. Mine's double off. You got him. I got him. No. Here. Just use my. Hello. How are you? Good. What's his black backpack?
What's up?
He's got a black backpack. Is this his? This one's his?
What's the black backpack? That's where all the shrooms are.
Alright, man, I'm just gonna double lock these on you, okay? So they don't walk up on you, okay? Yep. We'll explain everything to you here in a minute, alright? Do you have anything in your pockets that's gonna stick me, hurt me, anything like that?
Oh, none of those sticking. I got a phone.
You, where's your black backpack at?
My black backpack?
Yeah.
Got it.
Pat, he's like, wait, you know about the black backpack? Uh-oh.
That's funny. I actually made a comment about that. On this ESO Bandit, it's a more jock style landscape store button. Cannibalistic wizard. ESO Bandit.
It's a more jock style landscape store. Oh.
That's funny. I actually made a comment about that on this video button.
You actually made a comment about that on this. Oh, about the type of.
Upon searching his bag, they discovered a 30-gram plastic Ziploc bag containing mushrooms that tested positive for psilocybin.
That's a lot of shrooms.
What's up? I probably would, yeah.
He'll be able to make phone calls too when he gets to the office, alright? Just walk out. Thank you.
He got an ounce of shrooms on him.
Oh, that's the show.
Got lots of got a big bag of shrooms on him. My goodness.
minutes, okay? Okay. We are just outside where the movie theaters are.
Or actually, if one of you guys want to take a photo.
I'll do that. Anybody got their work phone on them?
Oh, they need to take a photo of the shrooms. I understand. Hey, that's a Samsung camera sound. That's not an iPhone camera sound.
Right there, silver tag, okay?
What's up?
We're gonna write this silver tag, okay?
Okay.
I'm on the other side. Okay. You're on the front seat, alright?
Alright.
This guy's pretty calm. I'm kind of surprised how calm he is for being arrested while at work.
Guys, we're just going back to the office?
Yeah. Can you pull a police service call for Zoomies, white male 1015, 51 to SID?
He was subsequently taken to the police department for an interview regarding the events that had taken place.
Oh boy.
Alright, Brandon. You good? Yep. What's your name, dude? Patrick. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Obviously, we're here because you got yourself in a little bit of a pickle. Alright. Do you have any idea that I don't know if anyone explained anything to you yet or
A little bit of a pickle, eh? And he's just like, yep, I sure have. I've gotten myself into quite the pickle. Cause he's on shroom. Oh, that's why he's so calm.
So, months ago, we got complaints of you selling mushrooms, weed, just stuff to not only people coming in and out of the store, but also the juveniles. Okay?
Oh, good.
Any of this ring a bell at all? No.
Not only people coming in and out of the store, but minors.
You don't sell
Awesome.
anything?
Good job, dude.
Nothing at all? No. Okay. Is that what you're gonna stick with? Alright. So, you had a black bag with you today. Yes. Is that your black bag? Mm-hmm. Do you know what was inside of it?
Yeah.
What was inside of it?
Keys. There were mushrooms inside the bag.
The keys, and there were mushrooms inside it, but I wasn't gonna sell that whole ounce. That whole ounce was mine.
Do you use mushrooms?
Yes.
How much mushrooms do you use at a time?
I microdose them usually, but about a gram.
Now.
Dude, that's not microdosing. A gram at a time. Well, it could be, but. Okay. Okay, that was the one that I thought, the New York Fashion Week, yeah. Oh, he's in a pickle because he got arrested for selling shrooms at work, Jordan.
Now, what if I told you that we've been buying from you for a bit?
Yeah.
Still, does any of this
He's still, nope, he's still.
Seen you, we've dealt with you.
Okay.
Do you want me to elaborate, like, refresh your mind a little?
If you want.
If you want. Dude, I think you're microdosing way more than what would be considered microdosing. If at this point they're like, we've bought shrooms from you at Zoomies, dude. And he's like, no, you haven't.
It's a little blurry. That's you in the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's you during a deal that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you have that outfit?
I do. I just got it.
Yeah. So, once again, that's you. We know for a fact you deal.
Okay.
So, do you do it to, like, help yourself with extra money, with financially, or help people out, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I just...
No. Yeah. What's the deal? Yeah. The deal is yeah. Yes, that mushrooms. Jordan. No, he is not going to remain silent. He does Aussie levels of microdosing. Right?
I don't do anything bad, nothing that bad, so...
And I'm not saying that you're...
Like, I haven't had shrooms in almost 10 years. I wonder what a gram would do to me right now.
Like, hey, you
just
give a
eating
little
a
here,
straight
take a little
gram
there,
of
it's
shrimp.
for extra money, right? What I'm trying to understand is, number one, what the actual reason is for you to sell it. I'm not saying you're a bad dude. Like, you know, you don't look like a Pablo Escobar. Like, are you? I mean, I might.
The Pablo Escobar of
Does anyone at the store
shrooms.
know that you do for extra money, or
No.
no one else is involved with it?
Mm-mm.
How much do you sell at a time, dude?
Not much.
Well, what's not much? I mean, you had what? How much did you have with him? Anyone? How much did you have with him?
30 grams.
30 grams.
Yeah, so if you're selling even at a gram of shrooms at a time, that's the 30 cells.
I mean, that's typically how much would you sell that for?
Not much.
What's
Not much?
$160.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for $160. Like $160 is pretty cheap compared to what I thought an ounce of mushrooms would be.
Partially for the money, but at the same time, mushrooms for a lot of people are medicine and they help a lot of people with a lot of issues, so I don't really need too much money. So
how much would you get that for that you could sell it for $160?
How much would I get that for?
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
That's what I love when they ask the question. When they repeat the question.
Not much.
50, 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're making like $100 profit. It's pretty good. Yeah. Like, I'm assuming if you buy it in bulk, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a good deal.
I don't really deal with mushrooms too much.
No?
No, it's fairly.
I don't really deal with mushrooms too much, except I microdose at a gram at a time.
Get a good deal.
I don't really.
And I buy in
really
bulk.
Deal with mushrooms too much.
No?
No, it's fairly recent that it's been selling much, and clearly this is why.
Yeah. How long have you been working at Zoomies?
A year in November.
Have you been doing it the whole time there?
No.
No? How long have you been selling out of the store?
A month or two.
Why would you even do that? Like, seriously. Why would you even sell out of the store? That is so stupid.
Okay. So you see what the issue here is, right? Like, how big of a clientele do you have?
Not much.
Not much?
I don't make that much money.
Okay. Well, the issue obviously still stands that we're here, obviously, so...
Yeah.
Patrick claimed that he had been engaging in the mushroom trade for approximately a year, seeing it as a strategic maneuver to expand his customer base discreetly within the realm of Zoomies.
How long have you been selling mushrooms for?
Super discreetly.
So you just started selling in the last 2 months at Zoomies, but you've been selling it for a year overall?
About.
Where do you typically get it from?
A guy.
Like locally, at the mall?
Yeah, an old friend.
Well, you don't seem like a bad dude, man. It's just one of those things where you got caught up. Yeah. How much mushrooms do you think this dude has that you usually get it from?
He has? I'm not sure. He usually has like chocolate bars, but it's mainly weed that I get from him.
Chocolate bars?
I stocked up a long time ago on mushrooms, so that's why.
Tripping at Zoomies would be the most
used to
boring
take
trip
more
ever.
myself, but after...
I want a mushroom chocolate bar. But not one of these stupid fucking... I want an actual shrooms chocolate bar that would do something.
That trip, I stopped taking them as much. It was mainly for me at first, just to kind of stock up because they're hard to get.
Yeah. The dude that you get in Port St. Lucie, you said he has bars.
Chocolate bars.
The stuff you had today wasn't chocolate bars.
Oh no, that's what I said. He usually has chocolate bars. I had gotten it a while ago.
So that was from a while ago, from that same guy?
Yeah, those are pretty old in there.
Okay. Alright, just give me a second.
I'm just selling my old shrooms.
Let me just ask you though.
It's fine, I'm just selling my old shrooms to
So
people.
obviously, not only do people, tourists, whatever, just come in and randomly ask you, and you just kind of give it to them, what about like kids, like juveniles?
Oh no.
You don't deal with juveniles? Cause
I try my best. I mean, I don't ID people, but...
Like, because the issue that, like I said, the whole reason this started is because kids are getting it, man.
I've never sold mushrooms to any kids.
Well, how do you know? You just said you don't ID people. Seriously.
Juveniles, I mean, in the teenage years, I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference.
I mean, like I said, I don't ID, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had anyone tell you that they've had a really bad trip or anything off the stuff you gave them?
No.
Never? But you've had yourself personally?
Well, I took way too many.
How much is way too many?
It was about 14 grams.
Holy shit, you ate half an ounce of shrooms to yourself? Jesus Christ. Fuck.
You took a whole 14 grams, just ate them?
Well, it's called, I don't want to go into the whole specifics.
No, I'm curious. This is me just
It's
learning
called
how.
lemon teching. Basically, if you grind up the mushrooms and put them in lemon juice, which is citric acid reacts to the psilocybin in the mushrooms, which it basically doubles the dose, but it shortens the trip.
Oh.
So
That sounds incredibly stupid. Very, very stupid. The 2 times I got shrooms, I went to the pasture, not the local mall. Right? Like, I would... Oh, that would be so awesome to have a nice trip by the fire. Just...
So where the trip you take 7 grams, the trip might last 8 hours. If you limit tech 7 grams, you're going to trip way harder, but it'll only be for like 2-3 hours.
Shit.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you like shut everything off and kind of just meditate?
Well, that time I did it. I was in a really bad place at the time, so I did that. I did it in the dark in my bed, and I like time traveled. It was scary. I like partied with demon clown guys and stuff.
Jesus.
Oh.
But
see, this is why I don't want to do that much shrooms. I don't want to party with demon clowns, because the demon clowns will give me really bad ideas, and I don't want
that's
that.
again why I always tell people that you need to weigh it out and you need to know how much you take, because they can do that to you. But like I said before, it does help. I mean, it's obviously mushrooms are starting to be legalized.
Right, but oh, shrooms and chili is good, Bandit. Shrooms and chili is really good.
Throughout the country, it does help in a therapeutic sense.
No, I've heard that. I've definitely heard that. Where do you have your ounces?
I'd rather not answer that.
Real quick, was there anybody else
I'd rather
working
not
on Zoomies
answer.
today?
Finally, he says something smart. Finally, he says something smart.
I had one other worker.
So there's somebody there right now?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause we walked out with you and didn't see anybody else in there. I want to make sure it's secure.
No, yeah, she's supposed to call someone.
Okay. Alright.
So you don't want to say where the rest of it is?
No.
Okay, then yeah, we're right to say no. I just want to make sure that it's not laying around where someone can get to it or try it or a kid or anything like that.
Nope. You plans to ever do this again?
To sell and stuff like that?
Yeah.
If I get out of this, no, this is my...
But like you said, unfortunately, what really was I don't want to say bread and butter because that sounds like a terrible way to put it, but the most unfortunate part about this is that we were getting complaints that kids were getting a hold of this and that kids were buying it.
That's just very
when we say kids, but we mean people under 18 years old. And you know just as well as I do, like, it's hard to see, or tell how old somebody is.
Yeah, that's the shitty
like
part. And then he's got, then there's like the cops buying the shrooms from him.
They're all seem to be adults to me. That's why I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Especially the mushrooms I have even when friends of mine ask, because I do have people are 18 and close, I tell them I do not give mushrooms to children.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2"? How long have you been growing a beard?
It's been a while now, 6+ years.
Yeah, 6+ years. How old are you?
I'm 28, turning 28.
28. Okay, so I mean, like when you were in high school, did you have facial hair?
Mm-hmm. I have facial hair. No, I definitely understand. I definitely understand that.
You probably could have walked into a gas station and like bought beer. You know what I mean?
The funny part is that.
The funny part is that I did. We picked them out of a cow pasture, played GTA, hung out in a barn and stood staring at the stars. That sounds like
when
fun.
I was underage,
that sounds like a lot of
I never
fun.
got ID'd, and as soon as I came of age, I got ID'd.
Usually how it happens.
Yeah, it was very
well,
obnoxious.
you know what I mean? Like it's hard.
No, I definitely understand that. I will say, I have been very advocate for with anybody who ever asked me that I do not to give mushrooms.
I believe that. I don't believe you
to anyone, because as somebody who, like I said, tripped too bad, I understand that it could severely mess up your mental state.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we're not saying you specifically.
These are like the calmest, nicest cops.
I did this. I fully understand the ramifications.
You caught me.
I do. But, however,
what is it the Brits say? It's a fair cop.
He brings out a good the ramifications of my choices. I get. But, however, if I could say one thing, I always made sure that mushrooms never went to kids.
Of course. Of course. No, I understand what you're saying, man. Does like your trips, when you go on a trip, is it like always the same, or is it something different each time?
I would say so. That one time was the only time I ever saw anything that wasn't there. All the other times, it's usually just, things are just kind of moving and colors are
Moving, you're like on that 70s show kind of?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you look at your phone and everything's dancing around. It's usually pretty fun until you abuse it to the point where you take way too much and then it's your own. Like I said, I saw like crazy demon clowns and stuff that
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. I don't need demon clowns. This is why I won't do acid. This is why I won't do acid. Okay, we're going to go to the Be Right Back screen. I'm going to get more coffee, and then we're going to pop up the 2 videos that Pincalo sent me, and then I have one more after that to watch, and then we're going to switch to combat. So, hold on. Let me put that up. I'll mute, put on music, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna put the solo cam screen up so I can pull up these videos. And then I'll pull it back to the live scene. So, here we go. Pull these up. Alrighty. Why we see faces in objects.
From the man on the moon?
That's the one that I wanted to talk about. It's where we actually learn about what I was telling you about. So hold on. Okay, let me put this on live screen. There we go.
From the man on the moon to the fronts of cars, people see faces in the strangest of places. But have you ever wondered why? Well, there's a name for that phenomenon, pareidolia, and it describes humans' ability to identify discernible faces in the strangest of places. But have you ever wondered why? Well, there's a name for that phenomenon, pareidolia.
Yeah, pareidolia.
And it describes humans' ability to identify discernible images in places there aren't any. So, today, we're going to take a look at the actual reasons why we see faces in everyday objects.
Which is really something I obviously don't really understand.
But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History channel. After that, leave a comment and let us know what other strange phenomena you want to hear about next. Okay, time to face whatever you'll see in this video.
Yeah.
Most of us don't spend a lot of time thinking about how our eyes work. Because what's to think about? We just look at something and we see it, right? Well, nope. Not really. The truth is, turning an image into a recognizable object is part of an incredibly complex biological process.
See, this is where I get really fucked up. Because this blew my mind the other day.
So when a person sees something, say the moon, light shines into their eye and hits the retina, which is kind of like a receiver. But when the image arrives, it's actually upside down and reversed. The retina then sends a signal through the optic nerves and the optic chiasm, which plays a role in depth perception. Then the signal arrives at the main image processor, more widely known as the brain, and finally hits the visual cortex, where the data is edited into the final image.
So basically, as I was saying, vision is probably one of the most unreliable senses. And it just occurred to me, if I ever had my optic nerves reconnected, would I even have depth perception? Would they work? Or would it just be sending random flashes to my brain? That's fucked up to think about. Well, it's a you gotta see to understand. Yep.
Don't worry, there won't be a test at the end. And even if there were, you could always just rewind this. So when people see faces and objects, it's their brain taking its best guess as to what is there, and then projecting what it thinks it's seeing onto the object.
Again, this is why, like, when you feel something, like touch something or taste something or hear something, it's more accurate than seeing it. It's really crazy. And the brain, when you can see, relies the most on that unreliable source of information.
If the brain picks up what it thinks are eyes, nose, and a mouth in an object, neurological activity will happen in the brain's fusiform region, which is, not coincidentally, the same lobe that recognizes faces.
So fusiform is face recognition area. That's the brain's facial recognition area, is the fusiform region.
In the case of pareidolia, the human brain may pick up on certain image patterns, two circles that vaguely resemble eyes, for example, and then fill in the rest of the image to see a face. In a way, the whole thing is a byproduct of the brain's ability to identify a face based on minimal details. It's kind of acting like facial recognition software, albeit extremely buggy facial recognition software.
Very, very buggy. Like, incredibly buggy. Like, it'll see faces in places where there aren't faces, or not recognize the face of somebody they should recognize.
Ability to identify a face based on minimal details. It's kind of acting like facial recognition software, albeit extremely buggy facial recognition software. That's always tagging a fish tank as your dad. Professor David Allays describes this poetically. We know these objects are not truly faces, yet the perception of a face lingers. We end up with something strange, a parallel experience that is both a compelling face and an object. Two things at once.
See, and I will never experience this because there are some auditory illusions that you can hear something weird, but then once you go back and listen to it again, you can hear that it's not what you heard. Right? You can go back and, I misheard that. Right? But I'll never, like, that's so weird. Like, I'll never have that brain fog of knowing something's an object and seeing a face in it. I will never know that a train whistle is a train whistle, but think I heard a wolf howl. You know what I mean? Like, that's a train whistle. You know what I like? It's
the first impression of a face
weird.
Does not give way to the second perception of an object. The point is, our brains see what they think they're going to see, what they want to see, often based on only the sketchiest of details. In other words, you really can't believe your own eyes.
No, you can't.
One of the spookier...
Which is another thing as to why eyewitness accounts are fucking garbage. Like, seriously. You can't do it. They said wearing masks during COVID did harm to children's ability to learn this. Yep, it did. It also did harm to children's ability to recognize facial expressions and social cues based on facial expressions.
One of the spookier aspects of pareidolia...
Also, try getting a child that needs speech therapy to learn speech therapy with a fucking face shield over the speech pathologist's mouth. That's fun.
One of the spookier aspects of pareidolia is that most humans don't just glimpse a face in an object. The face usually has a gaze, too. And as researcher Colin Palmer explained, our brain may actually be able to shift the direction of the image's gaze.
No, thank you. See, that's another thing I'm glad I'll never be able to have happen. And see, everyone goes, would you get your vision back if you could? No. Do you know why? Because I would be constantly looking for shit like this. My entire day would be like, I would be trying to see faces and shit. I would be looking for weird ass optical illusions. Like, just that would be my day. Just blind press on the hunt for weird visual tricks. That's just what it would be. I would get nothing done. I would literally get nothing done. I would just be like, what does this do? If I look through this, what does this do? If I look through a chain link fence, what does this do? Oh, if I look through this toilet paper roll, what happens? What if I cross my eyes? Will I see my nose? You know, just all sorts of shit. That's all I'll be doing. Just don't give me my vision back. I'll get nothing accomplished.
If you are repeatedly shown pictures of faces that are looking towards your left, for example, your perception will actually change over time so that the faces will appear to be looking more rightwards than they really are.
That's weird.
Palmer continued. There is evidence that this reflects a kind of habituation process in the brain, where cells involved in detecting gaze direction change their sensitivity when we are repeatedly exposed to faces with a particular direction of gaze. In plain English, the direction of the gaze that humans perceive isn't actually stable. We learn over time, and the experience affects how our brains interpret the things we see. Even weirder, researchers Kosuke Takahashi and Katsumi Watanabe have also found that humans actually track the gaze of phantom faces.
Oh, good. So no wonder we have such vivid hallucinations when we see faces and things, and we think they're staring at us malevolently. Because our brains are fucking tracking the gaze of whatever we're seeing. That's just... ugh.
As if the face is looking back at them. So basically, if you gaze into the abyss, your brain is likely to see a ghostly face that will gaze back at you.
Thank you for the image of terrifyingness.
Sweet dreams. So here's the burning question. Of all the things we could see when we look at inanimate objects, why faces?
Probably because we're sentient, honestly. It's probably because we have the awareness of self.
Why not roller skates or electric guitars? Or the entirety of the 2002 sequel Men in Black 2?
Well, because seeing that would just be horrible punishment, because that was a terrible movie.
While there isn't a definitive answer, other than Men in Black 2 isn't very good, scientists have taken a few guesses. Researcher Kang Lee surmised that it may have to do with the fact that, as he explained to the BBC, starting from childhood, faces are the most common stimuli that we encounter in everyday life.
No, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's... because if that were true, then monkeys and chimps and apes and other mammals that are social would see faces. I think it's our sentience. I really do.
And because of its commonality, Lee asserted that it's pretty easy to induce this phenomenon.
No.
To test this hypothesis, which
so.
doesn't sound at all like the beginning of a supervillain manifesto, Lee showed subjects random gray patterns, something like static from an old CRTV. And even though any contours and movements were obviously fuzzy and uncontrolled, people reported they saw a person in the screen 34% of the time.
Yeah, because they're sentient. We have a sense of self and a sense of others. We know that the face looking back at us isn't our face. Or if we're looking in the mirror, we know it is our face. And like, unless it's a great ape with an inordinate intelligence, other mammals don't have that.
Let's hope none of them got a phone call from a stringy-haired ghost afterwards. There's also a social and emotional component to seeing faces everywhere. And since humans are social beings, we project humanity onto objects.
Ding!
Which is all to say, your brain may see a face in the moon because at some level, it wants to be friends with it.
Yep. That's basically what I was trying to say. We are social and we are sentient. So we have that ability to see faces.
Because at some level, it wants to be friends with it. Scientists have also attempted to understand what role facial recognition played in human development. After all,
just a moment, guys. I need to mute this. Sorry, I had to schedule the parent-teacher interviews. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, don't record. Stupid thing. Okay. Am I unmuted? Am I unmuted? At least tell me I'm unmuted. I'm not. I am. Okay. Okay. We're good. Okay. Let me mute that and go back to that. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. 6 hours of eye crossing just to see your nose appear and disappear. Yep, that would be me. and then you'd be like, why do you, and then I'd be like, I have a headache, and you'd be like, you were looking for your nose again, weren't you? And I'd be like, yes, and you'd be like, that's your own fault.
After all, if our brains are wired to recognize faces, it probably serves some kind of purpose. Well, researcher Colin Palmer, who's working so hard he deserves an Arnold Palmer, has a guess to at least one way facial recognition may have helped early humans.
Okay.
His hypothesis? Our brain has evolved to facilitate social interaction, a process that has shaped the way we see the world around us since we inherited these traits from primates. Moreover, there is an evolutionary advantage to being really good or really efficient at detecting faces. It's important to us socially. Anyone who's ever forgotten an acquaintance's face at a party can back this one up.
Yeah, like, if you're early human, you need to be able to tell whether you're about to mate with another one of you or another species entirely.
Palmer also points out that facial recognition is important in detecting predators. And while that's obviously very important, he argues there is a relevant side effect. If you've evolved to be very good at detecting faces, this might then lead to false positives, where you sometimes see faces that aren't really there. In other words, it's better to have a system that's overly sensitive to detecting faces than one that's not sensitive enough.
That's true. That's very true. It's better to over-recognize than not recognize at all.
In that sense, our overability to see faces in inanimate objects is really a feature rather than a bug. It's evidence of how well-wired our brains have become, more readily than others.
Interesting. That is very interesting. And I also remember here, I have a whole bunch of Pop Rocks. If you donate $5 to streamlabs.com/blindpress, you can make me eat a pack of Pop Rocks.
This raises
or if
an
you
interesting
donate
question. What makes
increments
one person
of
better
$5,
equipped to make
you will
those
make me do
neurological
multiple
connections
Pop
photographs than men?
Interesting. I wonder if that's because of, like, child rearing or having to look after different people. Like, I wonder why that is. That's very, very
They went on to
interesting.
cite numerous studies that have
Let's see. Oh, are we seeing gender differences in the brain? Oh no! That's bad! Jesus Christ. Look, see, there are differences in the male to female brain.
men are from Mars and women are...
Oh, okay, so like the face blindness thing, I guess?
Which can include difficulties in reading information like emotions from other people's faces.
Okay.
He explained, the longer-term goal of this kind of research is to understand how difficulties in face perception and everyday social functioning can come about.
And this is what we were talking about earlier when Bandit said COVID had affected kids' abilities because of masks. This is what I was talking about. The inability to recognize social facial cues because of the masks.
So he's not just looking
faces.
into why we see faces in toasters because it's a cool, weird phenomenon, although that's probably part of it. Even more bizarrely, a study from researcher Tapani Rieke found that religious people tend to be more prone to seeing faces in everything, but also more prone to false alarms. How many times have you heard about someone who claimed to see the face of Jesus in their morning toast?
Ding!
Or the Virgin Mary in a ketchup stain on a napkin. In these
Or grilled
instances,
cheese.
it seems as though a person's desire to find mysticism in everyday life is likely shaping their perceptions about the world. Either that or some of these religious figures are hella bored and are making a lot of surprise appearances.
Right? Yeah, right? Those are some very bored idols. Very, very bored.
Pareidolia certainly has a scientific explanation, but researchers point out there is a behavioral component as well. As Professor David Allays explained, the evolutionary need for recognizing faces meant that human brains must also quickly interpret them. In other words, it's in our best interest to be able to quickly identify a face and interpret its expression.
See, and this is where I fall short and I get actually anxious because I don't know what my facial expression looks like. So I could be very much having the wrong expression on my face when I don't mean to. And then there's, of course, I can't rely on people's facial expression. I have to go by their tone.
You need to know whether that person sprinting towards you is a friend or a foe, and whether they are smiling or scowling. It's one of the first things they should probably teach you in football practice. What this means for pareidolia is that our brains don't just see faces and things. They also quickly make up emotions to go along with them. We see happy faces, angry faces, surprised faces, even skeptical faces with that little raised eyebrow, like in the Emoji Movie.
Like in the Emoji Movie.
This is partially about survival calculations. But there's more to it.
Interesting.
As humans evolved over time to be the social beings that we are, our tendency to attribute personalities and emotions to inanimate objects reflects our own emotional worlds.
That is true. Because the way we give cars a gender, or like we say, you know, oh, this whatever object is being a dick or being an asshole, or so, like when it's not working.
Just to say that humans just don't see faces and things and
my computer's being a dick,
up
you
random
know,
emotions for them. We actually project our own emotions onto them. So really, that happy face you see was yours all along.
Aww.
In this world, the only guarantee other than death and taxes is that if there's a way to make money off of something, some slick business person is going to figure it out.
Well, yeah.
True to form, businesses have found a way to use pareidolia to their advantage.
Advertising, I bet.
Some companies have intentionally staged objects in advertising to resemble human faces. And it actually works. One 2018 study concluded that ads featuring faces or face-like images resulted in increased brand recognition and advertisement preference.
That makes perfect sense. If we see faces everywhere in objects, it would make perfect sense to put faces in, like, especially if you've got like faces in products in like makeup channel commercials, or even in car commercials.
And pareidolia doesn't just work in advertising campaigns. Another study similarly claimed that when houses and other structures include face-like aspects, they trigger emotional responses in observers. So before you buy your next house, ask yourself, do I really like this place? Or do I just like it because my brain told me it looks like a friendly face? And where can I watch Men in Black 2? So what do you think? What's the craziest place
No Men in Black 2
you ever saw a face? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, check out some of these other videos from our weird history.
I have never seen a face anywhere. It makes me sad. Very sad. Okay, let's put solo cam and go check on that other video. I am become fancy theater. Oh boy, I think I saw this. I saw this in my subscription. I don't know why I didn't get it. Holy shit! Okay. Well, that'll take me the rest of my video time. If not the whole stream. Okay. I guess I'm not doing MK practice today. We'll see.
Brought to you by NordVPN. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Look at you. Uncultured. Unsophisticated.
Oh. How rude.
Middle class.
How rude, Mr. Internet Historian.
No, don't speak. You'll just make me throw up. I'd say cover up with this dinner jacket, but I'm afraid that you'd get your head stuck in the sleeve and asphyxiate.
Help, I'm stuck.
Listen, lowborn. Don't you want to be refined?
No, no. No, I don't.
Don't you want to be fancy? Like
No.
moi?
No.
That's French. I don't expect you to know what it means. But I have some good news. Before this financial year ends, I have decided to make a charitable deduction. It's you, champ.
Oh boy.
For you see, I...
You can have premarital sex.
There's virus. I have made several videos, though, which will show you how to bluff your way to the inner circles.
Oh goody. I'm glad.
Undetected. Yes. By the time the elites find out,
Neon Genesis Evangelion is psychological and intense.
it will be too late. I get you in, you eat all the hors d'oeuvres, and we get out.
Okay, why? What? I am so confused.
That's the
I don't
plan.
know what even to.
And let's
I don't
begin
even
your
know what to
instruction
commentate
with
right now.
theater, the YouTube premium of upper society. And the first section? Symphony.
I really don't know what.
The first period of performance, that's called Baroque, from 1600 to 1750. This featured Bach and Vivaldi.
I don't. What am I commentating on here? I don't know. What am I supposed to be commentating on? I'm confused. I feel like I should have been watching the AP video and this should have been an offline video to watch.
Now, there was also a guy named Giuseppe Tartini, and he was the best one of them all, because one evening he had a dream where the devil showed up and presented him with a deal.
Okay.
The devil would become his teacher and impart on him everything he knew about music. Yes. Once Tartini had learnt everything he could, he handed over his violin and asked the devil to play. The devil played the greatest musical piece that Tartini had ever heard. Tartini woke up with a gasp, and he tried to recreate what he had heard in the dream.
But he couldn't. He couldn't recreate it at all.
And what he wrote down was his most famous piece, the best thing he had ever written. And he said, "This is shite compared to the original. This is nothing better than a tribute." And
Well, then you're too hard on yourself, sir.
that's where you get the Tenacious D song from. He named this piece The Devil's Trill, and he claimed that the difference between his version and the version in the dream was so great that he would have smashed his violin and quit music forever had he not needed it for his job.
Wow! Let's play that again.
And quit music forever. So great that he would have smashed his violin and quit music forever had he not needed it for his job.
That's insane. See, this is why you never try to write shit down from your dreams, because it's never gonna be as good.
Classical, 1750 to 1830. Mozart and Beethoven show up like da-da-da-da. Now, Beethoven was famously known for going deaf. Once that happened, everyone told him that he should just quit music forever. But
Yeah, like the person on TikTok that was like, if I was deaf, I wouldn't listen to music. Why are you blind and playing video games? Like, really?
he just wouldn't hear it. Anyway, there's so much I could say about these two. Romantic era. Now that's when everybody started kissing, and it's my favorite. Great piece. Mwah. Oh, you played wonderfully too. Mwah. We also enjoyed listening. Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. All you need to know about this one is Chopin and Berlioz. Berlioz, however, was not getting
the
any
romantic
kisses.
period.
He was relatably, painfully single. living alone in Paris, the city of love. So here's how it started. He's there and he's in his early 20s, and he is looking for a new GF. So one day he attends a Shakespearean play, and on stage he spots an actress, and he immediately falls in love with her. He wrote her many notes confessing his love, but her DMs went unreplied.
Oh, poor... What's his name? Berlioz, that's it.
So he began writing a symphony about her. How can she ignore this? And also around this time he started smoking a lot of opium, but...
Oh, well, that's a problem.
How can she ignore this?
You're writing a symphony, that's great! I'm also smoking a lot of opium. That's not so great.
And also around this time he started smoking a lot of opium, but don't worry about that. Anyway, so he wrote this piece just for her. However, his DM still went unreplied.
Oh, that's cold. How could you ignore a symphony from somebody? Even if you don't like them, at least be like, that was beautiful, but I'm sorry, I still don't love you.
For several months he started to get quite disheartened.
Well, yeah.
Until he saw another girl. So he
Another girl.
immediately fell in love with her instead, and he said, you know what? I'm going to change that symphony I wrote, so now it's about this other lady, and not about that ugly one that I didn't like anyway.
Gotta love it. You could just scratch out her name, write in the other chick's name,
This
you're
time,
good.
happily, she reciprocated, and they fell in love and were set to marry.
Yay!
Suddenly, what the fuck? Phones haven't been invented yet. Yes, hello, I'm busy. Oh, Rome? To study? Absolutely.
Ooh, Rome. Ooh, ah.
Catch the first flight out. So Berlioz went to Rome to study music. However, while he was away, he got some news.
Oh dear.
Berlioz. I have to tell you something.
Oh dear. See, I like this. This is funny.
Sacre bleu. Some other, more handsome musician swooped in and married his girl while he was in Rome, and they ran away together.
Well, that's just horrible. What did he write her a better symphony? Did he write her a waltz? Or a rondo, perhaps?
Berlioz was furious, and he set his mind to solving the problem. I know what I'm going
write
to
another
do.
song? You gonna write another song?
I'm gonna murder her and her lover.
Oh! Well, that's a little bit, O.J. Simpson of you.
And her mom.
And her
And then
mom?
I'm gonna do a self-murder.
Oh!
Alright, so this gets pretty
Okay, that's less O.J. of you.
elaborate. His idea is to dress up as a housemaid.
Okay.
He has bought both poison and 2 guns. Now,
Okay, he's dressed up as a maid and he has poison and 2 guns.
he is going to sneak into the house of his ex-fiancée, and there she and her mother will be sipping tea, which he has already poisoned. Then he will pull off the clothing and reveal himself. Blam, blam, sad overture. So,
Why does he have to reveal himself if everyone's going to... I'm confused.
he heads back home to Paris to do it. But while on his travels there, takes quite a while, he has to change carriages.
Oh dear.
And when he does that, he leaves the guns in one of the little cubbies.
Well, that's silly. Why wouldn't you put your guns in your luggage?
So he's lost all his weapons. What is he going to do now?
He's going to have to... I don't know. Murder them
Well,
with
his next
music.
leg on the stop is Genoa, and he decides, you know what? Let's just skip the murder and go straight to the finale. So he stops
The
off in the port
self-murder.
city of Genoa, and he's there at the side of the Mediterranean. He pauses for a moment, then he throws himself in.
Oh, how sad.
Now, some people see this whole thing happen, and they think he's had an accident, so they run in to try to save him. They
Oh,
pull
no.
him to the shore, he lived. So
oh God, he tried to. He tried to unalive himself, and people saved him.
He has now reached his lowest point. He dejectedly continues home. He gets back to Paris, and he wallows around, feeling pretty sorry for himself. But he decides, you know what? I may as well do what I do best in times of trouble.
Smoke opium and write music. Oh, wait, no.
Smoke a lot of opium.
Hey, I called it.
And while I do that, I shall write a symphony.
Hey, I called it again.
What I do best in times of trouble. Smoke a lot of opium. And while I do that, I shall write a symphony. Although I ain't gonna name it after that hoe who stole my heart. And so he went back to work. But here's the thing. It was the greatest piece he had ever written.
Nice.
And it premiered to a huge crowd. And you know what? It was a smash hit. #1 on iTunes.
#1 on iTunes. See, this is why you turn adversity into good things.
Then, and here's a bloody plot twist. Remember the first girl? Well, she attended that concert, and she realized that Berlioz was a genius. And then she wrote a letter to your boy saying how good your bloody symphony was, and sorry about not replying, I just put my phone down and got super busy or whatever. By the way, I love you.
Oh. Well, do you see what happens? Now you've turned adversity into an extra good thing.
And so Berlioz goes, well, I love you too. And a year later, they were married. It's a beautiful moral of the story. See, fellas, don't jump in the Mediterranean. Anyway, a few years later, they got divorced. Because weirdly, he cheated on his wife with the housemaid.
Oh. You can't make this shit up. What the fuck? Why? Why would you cheat on the wife with the housemaid after all of that? Oh my God.
Not that one, a different one. But then he married that housemaid. Hooray. But then when he died later on, for some reason, he gets buried with both of them.
Oh.
It's kind of strange.
That's weird.
But moving on to the Impressionist musician.
Oh.
Now that's Claude de... The what now? Claude de what? You know what? You'd better go to ad time. Alright guys, welcome back to the Nord stream. Today we're playing Assassin's Creed 3. Chat, come on, chat. Hey, oh, everyone's spamming Nord in the chat. Whoa, a new follower! Hey, welcome to the Dream Team Sub Cream. Thank you so much for great to see. Oh, unfollowed. Sorry guys, the cleaners are here. Sorry, just ignore the mess. I
love how he's doing this as the impressionist.
I haven't cleaned up these bottles yet. No, it's just tea. It's just tea. I stream for 10 hours a day, and it's like the algorithm is against me or something. How come everyone is watching Asmon's stream, and I'm not getting any new followers? I'm playing the games. What more do you want me to do?
This is great. Debussy. Hey, Spittlebuggies.
Just a quick word from the sponsor, NordVPN. Is the VPN guarantee? My God. Guys, I'm just gonna get up and get some food. I ordered my stream. Hello, my Nordlings. Welcome back to the stream. Can we get some ends in the chat, guys? No, not like that. Mods!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Back to the ASMR stream for NordVPN.
I love how this is how he's demonstrating Claude Debussy. Oh my God, he's ripping the XQC. Oh.
Today I'm going to be drinking a can of Coke while I say the word Nord. Nord. Hey, thank you for the tier 3 sub. With NordVPN, I can be outside my house, Jack's Film's house, Samito's house.
Was that me or him? I can't tell.
Ordinary Things house. Just like that. Welcome back to the hot tub stream. What do you guys mean? How many hot dogs can I put in my mouth? What? I'll just... Oh my god, $5,000 donation. Thank you so much. You guys are such good friends.
Oh my god, this is great. This is great. I love this. Oh.
Streaming's not for me. I'd rather go to nordvpn.com/internethistorian to get a huge deal on a 2-year plan, plus 4 months for free. Ad over.
Ad over.
Watching Netflix, are you?
Oh my.
All tucked in with a 3-hour essay on Good Game Good, and here's why.
Fallout New Vegas is actually the only based Bethesda game.
Turn that off. I've got something for you much less enjoyable and far more expensive. We're going to the theater.
Yay!
Theater, from the ancient Greek theatron, the most dramatic of the Transformers. It means a place for viewing. Here's a Roman theater. They were quite simple back then. You have the stage, the auditorium, and the vomitorium.
Yes, you must have the vomitorium. You cannot forget the vomitorium.
Now, for a very long time, people thought that the vomitorium was a place where the Romans would gorge themselves, where they would eat so much that they would throw up and then gorge themselves again because they were so decadent and or bulimic.
And or bulimic. Or both.
But it comes from the word vomere, which means to spew forth, because that's where people go in and out. So vomitorium is just a dramatic way of saying the entrance.
Oh my god, so the vomitorium is just the entrance? So, to go in and out of the theater, you must go in and out of the vomitorium.
Now, if you skip forward to the 1800s, things are getting a lot more modernized. But they still didn't have electric, so they had what's called the limelight. And that's why they say, to be in the limelight, to be the star of the show. What they would do was take a piece of quicklime and heat it up super, super hot, which will naturally glow very bright. They would then take reflective mirrors and lenses to focus the beam, and they would use that as an early form of the spotlight.
That sounds like it would be super, super warm under there for the actors, and I can imagine all of the lovely lead-based makeup that could just be running all over the place.
The limelight is not because it's green, but because it's made from quicklime. In the modern day, things are a lot more advanced, and they can do all sorts of cool shit with like lasers going into your eyeballs and all sorts of stuff. But it's not just the tech that's had an upgrade, it's the architecture as well. In Elizabethan times, they had the yard, and you could get in here for about a penny apiece. And this is where all the poor people stood to watch the shows.
Yep, no seats for the poor people. They didn't get to go inside. They just stood outside in the yard.
It's like when you go to Oppenheimer and you end up with the worst seats in the IMAX theater, right? But thankfully, in modern times, we have fixed that problem. We kicked out all the poor people and we sunk the floor down low. And put
Yay! No poor people! Oh, wait.
in an orchestra pit. Now, these things are usually 6 to 12 feet deep, so they're not obstructing the audience's view. But having a giant hole at the end of a stage is quite dangerous.
Very, very dangerous. Could you imagine falling into the orchestra pit? Holy fuck. You must spew forth the vomitorium. Hey, selected boy, how's it going, my friend?
So usually they put a big net there as well.
Ah, good.
And yet, a lot of people still get pitted.
Oh,
like a
not
lot
good.
of people. In 2011, during a production of The Sound of Music, one of the lead actresses fell into the orchestra pit and was left paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh my god. Seriously? That's insane.
In 2009, a conductor, not a superconductor, just a regular one, fell 14 feet into the dark pit.
Oh my God.
And broke 9 vertebrae and 1 ankle.
Fuck me. No, gee, tell me again why disabled people, like in wheelchairs and blind people, should be actors in the stage.
Mamma mia. And he fell on his pointy conducting thing. At the Bolshoi Theatre, a violinist died from his injuries after...
Yes, the powder we put in the bottom of the outhouse, yes.
This theatre is prone to all sorts of accidents, by the way. It's kind of cursed. But performers and musicians aren't the only ones falling into the pit. In 1988, an 82-year-old man fell from his balcony box seating all the way down into the pit.
How the fuck do you do that? Seriously?
During a performance of Macbeth. He died. Very spooky. Even already dead people are getting pitted. In 2016, a man sprinkled his friend's ashes into the orchestra pit at the Met Theatre.
Why?
This happened during the intermission, and it was a sort of tribute to a mentor of his.
Okay, but still, come on, really?
But of course, people went, "What the hell are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't know." And he flees the scene. Everyone's coughing and sneezing up dead guy.
Shit.
And people think, is this anthrax? What is this? So they call in the anti-terrorism police.
Oh, of course they do, because, you know, it's 2015.
And the whole show is cancelled for the rest of the evening.
Lovely.
A quick intermission. Or is it? Ooh, Fiddle-tee-dee, I am the trap master. Not like that. Do not ask me to reveal my secrets, woman.
The trap
I have
master.
dedicated my life to the mysteries of the theater. Ah, the theater. She has so many enigmatic traps.
Ooh, are we gonna talk about the stage trapdoor and the thing, the catwalk above the stage?
Let us start with the most simple, yet devious. The wall trap. It allows the actor to walk directly into the set piece. Where did he go? Nobody knows. Cast your eyes over here to the genie trap. Now the victim stands on this dumbwaiter, and a counterweight launches their hapless body up onto the stage. Whoosh! In the olden days, this circle of flaps would sometimes go on top, and then that would make the whole thing just one way.
That's kind of cool, actually. I like that.
Now, back when they made this thing, they didn't have hydraulics. So instead, they'd have like 6 stagehands pulling as fast as they could.
Could you imagine having to do that on cue, just pulling up the dumbwaiter with the frickin' actor?
And sometimes it would go totally wonky, or it wouldn't open properly.
Oh God.
Or they'd only get about halfway through. Oh, well, I guess that's it. There's only 2. Wrong! This is the vampire trap. And if I want to come back up again, this is called the sunroof trap.
These are cool. This is really interesting.
Very cool. Watch out for the closing doors on this one. It managed to trap Spider-Man's foot back into production in 2013.
Ow!
Me and the Green Goblin, we collabed on this one. All right, there's one more. The Ghost Glide.
Ooh.
What you do is stand on this slidey bit, and it ascends diagonally, which makes it look like he's coming out of the ground. But the ladies are there yawning, they're going, ooh, short ghost. But then, 5 foot, 5'1", 5'2". All the ladies are turning their heads now. 5'3", 5'4", 5'5". All the ladies are loving it.
That's hilarious. Just all the traps and stuff. This is cool. What in the fuck?
Now, I
It's
bet you're
internet
wondering,
historian
what
there,
happens to the actors
Spittlebuggies.
when they go down these traps? Are they dead and gone forever? Yes, sometimes. In 1888, Frederick Federici was playing the role of Mephistopheles in Faust at the Princess Theatre in Melbourne.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
As he descended the trap at the end of the play, goodbye, everybody, goodbye.
Down to hell
He had a heart attack and died.
Oh, fuck! Oh my god, he's playing Mephistopheles. He's going down the oh my god, he fucking dies? What the fuck? You cannot make this shit up. Holy fuck.
Never seen again.
That's
so as you can
insane.
imagine, with this many deaths, the theatre has become a highly haunted place. Oh yes. In fact, sometimes you can put your ear right up to the wall and you can hear two male ghosts wrestling. Can't take that.
Two male ghosts wrestling. Oh, I see.
Ah, another ghost hole. Don't look inside. I did once. Almost went blind. That's why I wear the mask. Anyway, because of all the ghosts, the theatres do whatever they can to keep the spirits happy. See this? It's called a ghost light. When everything is closed, it is kept on always. Kept on for the ghosts, so that they don't, bump their shins in the dark or whatever.
Theaters must waste a lot of light and electricity, if you think about it. Like, holy fuck.
At the Palace Theatre in London, there has been some ghostly activity.
It seems to be a bit of a hotspot for ghostly activities.
And that's why they always keep two empty seats at the back, so that the ghosts may sit there and watch the show.
So that's why we traditionally kept a couple of seats off sale for the ghosts. However, Harry Potter is so popular that we sell those seats now.
Oh no, you don't let the ghosts watch Harry Potter? That's obscene.
Also, most
there are
theatres
ghosts in
close
Harry
for
Potter.
1 day per week. And on those days, the ghosts are left to perform for each other in their own shows.
Oh, I see.
Which they like, we think.
I was worried about my own vagina.
Oh, finally, the vagina monologues.
Oh boy.
Their own shows. Which they like, we think.
I was worried about my own vagina.
Oh, finally, the vagina monologues.
A culture of other vaginas.
You know, I wasn't always part of the elite. In fact, from a very young age, I grew up in an orphanage. No, my parents weren't dead. Rent in that building was just really cheap. But my parents showed me no affection. And as soon as they could, they sent me off to boarding school. But boards were always their passion, not mine.
Boards were always there. Oh my god.
I tried to run away, but they caught me. And boy, did they throw the book at me. Alas, I did not dodge in time.
I did not.
I spent the next few years in a coma.
Because you didn't dodge the book in time.
A Native American town, Pueblo, Acoma.
Pueblo, Acoma.
And the people there taught me how to read American. They also had a local library, and I spent my days buried in books, learning as much as I could about the arts. And once someone noticed me buried under those books, and they rescued me.
Oh my god, oh Jesus Christ, this is too funny.
I knew I wanted to teach default character presets like yourselves, all about Shakespeare. Hey, this is note. I started Googling Shakespeare and I got kind of distracted, so I don't know, here's a WAV file. You can do something with this. Put him in like a classroom or something. Alright, attention, everybody, I am your new teacher. You are a bunch of troubled inner city youths.
Oh, no.
All you know is shoot gun, fail test, and crime. But I'm here to teach you that actually, books and reading and stuff are actually pretty epic after all.
Oh god. Oh. This is just funny.
Now, the earliest known written language is what, Mr. Single Parent Household? I don't know, teach, but you're never going to get through to me. Oh, really? Well, what if I go back in time?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Back in time. In the long, long ago, very few could read. But to be fair, most of the written languages were kinda shit. This is cuneiform, the very first written language.
Cuneiform. I didn't know cuneiform was the first writ. I should have known that.
And it has far too much punctuation. Then eventually came along the Egyptians, and they invented emojis.
They invented emojis, meaning hieroglyphics.
But they would call them hieroglyphs. Anyway, the typical written thing would go like this. Message for you, sir. Big bird, man with stick, man sitting, circle. Oh, more bills. Eventually that became quite annoying, so the Phoenicians, who were a kind of Lebanese, very progressive especially for those days, now they came up with a better idea. They started going, hey, that sounds a bit like an A. Buh, that sounds a bit like a B. Kuh, and so on and so on, until we had a proto-form of the alphabet. Now, the Greeks thought that was pretty neato, but they said, let's come up with an even better version with 22 letters, and soon that will be like English.
Soon it will be like English. Yes, fuck English. English still sucks.
Oral history. Greeks more like geeks. Got 'em. Oh, yeah? Well, let me tell you about something highly relatable. Of the surviving Greek works, the greatest hits were the Iliad and the Odyssey. Now, because most people couldn't read, this stuff wasn't written down for a very long time, and instead it was memorized and performed. And
yes, that's true.
when they performed it, they used one of these, a lyre. Now, this was great for conveying tone, right? So here's a soft bit, doo-doo-doo, but then this is a big dramatic bit, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Now, the Iliad starts with this guy, Menelaus, king of Sparta, and he has a wife, Helen, and she is a very fine lady.
Very, very fine.
And then the Prince of Troy shows up. His name is Paris. And he goes, damn, shorty, awooga, awooga.
Oh my god! Really? Damn, shorty, awooga, awooga.
Hey, that's what he'd say, right? And he and his boys abduct her and took her all the way back to his crib in Troy.
Yep.
Now this makes Menelaus quite miffed.
Hey, hold on there, Buster.
He declares a turf war.
He's quite put out, as Humperdinck would say from The Princess Bride.
But he can't win it alone, so he calls on his homies. Odysseus, king of Ithaca, and Achilles, the best drive-by shooter of all time.
The best drive-by shooter.
But Achilles is not in the mood to fight, so the whole of the Iliad is basically spent trying to convince this guy to get involved.
Yep.
Please. No. Please. No.
Nope.
Eventually, they win the turf war by being very sneaky. They make a giant horse, which is the symbol of Troy,
Trojans.
and they leave it at the front gate. That's their way of saying, oh, I guess you win. We're walking away now.
We're sorry, we didn't mean it.
And meanwhile, thousands of soldiers go off and hide in some bushes. Now, the Trojans are very suspicious, but they can see that the Greek ships are actually sailing away into the horizon. So they know, it must be real, We've won the many years' war.
Galahad, leap out of the rabbit.
But actually, there's almost no one on those ships, and there's a surprise inside the horse. Later that night, when everyone's asleep, boiling hot tzatziki everywhere. Also some salt.
What the fuck? Boiling hot tzatziki.
Soldiers wearing thermal protection, they get out and they open the gates, and then everyone comes out of the bushes, running into the city, and kill everybody. After they win the war, Odysseus heads back home to Ithaca. However, on his way, he starts making beef with Poseidon.
Yeah, 'cause he's Odysseus and he's an idiot.
God of the sea. And Poseidon is mad at the disrespect, so he sends Odysseus on a long-ass detour, and that detour is the story of the Odyssey. Pretty epic, right, kids? Whoa, Teach, that's fire. I'm starting to come around. That Odysseus guy is literally me. Yeah, I'm gonna try that horse trick on my ops. Homer from Homer's Odyssey
I'm gonna try that horse trick on my ops.
Character in the story. He's the guy who tells the story, and then people wrote it down. Now, moving chronologically to the next big one, you've got the Bible. And for all practical purposes, this was basically an oral tradition too.
Yep.
Most people were illiterate by this point, and the Bible was written in Latin, and pretty much only the clergy knew Latin, so they would be the one to recite it to people.
It says that the cute lady at the front should go on a date with me, please.
It's right? How many fucking people did that back then, right?
Listen, the rules are the rules. I didn't say it, the book did.
There was a translated version into English, the Wycliffe's Bible, and you better believe that thing was a threat to the order, so they made that illegal to own.
What?
And if you were found with an unlicensed copy, the punishment would be death.
Oh my. An unlicensed copy of the Bible, eh? Do you have your Bible license, as the British government
So it remained.
asked?
The Bible was read to the people. Now, by the 1300s came Chaucer, who wrote the Canterbury Tales, and that was a pretty big deal.
Get this book now.
Because it's one of the first significant works written in Middle English.
Yep.
It describes a bunch of people making a pilgrimage from Southwark to Canterbury, which is here to here, which was the longest journey anyone had ever made in the 1300s.
Which is pretty fucking sad.
Now, it's a whole series of stories, and most of them can be boiled down to, how come if everyone is on a pilgrimage, you're all so focused on material stuff? Oh, hypocrites much?
Yeah, Chaucer was a bit of a, how can I say this nicely? A minimalist dick.
Dong. It's now the 1600s, and they've updated all the textbooks from Middle English to regular. In 1601, King James I said, all right, you know what? Let's everyone have a copy of the Bible they can read.
Oh, yes. Good King James, hence the King James
Let's do
Bible.
a King James Bible. I won't feature in it, but I'd love to be in the title. And he commissioned a committee of scholars to rewrite the thing in English. God's language.
Yes, God's language. Yes, of course. It's not like the original Bible was written in Latin or anything.
It took 8 years. And that brings us to Shakespeare. And he's a huge deal. Oh, look, we're out of time. But sir, we're supposed to do penis inspection day today. No, there's no time. Roll the end card.
That was great. I like that. And that takes us to break time. And we're going to come back and we're going to switch over to combat because I have practicing to do. But I need to also run to the washroom again. So I'm going to do that and check out what the cats are doing that's making all that weird noise. And I will be right back. Okay. It's time for the combat practice time. Because as I said, this Thursday, I've got myself entered into one of the qualifiers for, it's called Rip's Arena. He's a German content creator, but he hosts events for people in Europe, North America, and like the Middle East, stuff like that. So, oh, and the TV needs to be turned on. There we go. So I entered for this Thursday at 1 o'clock. So I need to get some practice in.
Select a boy. To tell you the truth, that's a first button.
I'm going to be doing a lot of practice offline too, but I do want to get the I want to get some practice online as well.
For blindpress.
So we're going to do that today, or for basically the last half of each stream. Okay. And I finished story mode yesterday.
Campaign. Stop. Online. Fight online against other players. Rank. Choose fighter. Player 1. Kung Lao. Player 1. Asher.
And I unlocked Havoc.
Player 1.
And I'm really liking Havoc. Oops.
Versus online. Local. Online. Downloading.
Oh, I fucked up.
Seasonal light. Local. On. Retrieving talent. Rank. Choose fighter. Player 1. Asher. Choose cameo. Player 1, Sub-Zero. Player 1, Kirak. Player 1, Kirak. Player 1, Serene.
There we go. So yeah, after this week, I'm going to start doing more Havoc stuff, but I'm really, I want to do Ashra this week. The original Bible would have been written in Aramaic. Oh, fuck, I can't believe I made that mistake. Of course it would have been written in Aramaic. What am I thinking? Derpa derpa. That's dumb of me.
Connecting match versus rank.
Is it Season of the Spectre again, or is it new season?
Match found.
I can't remember. Do-do-do-do. And I'm jumping in without warming up today, so this will be fun. Oh. Oh. Shit, block it. Ah. At least I got her to fatal blow in the first round. Is that gonna kill me? Nope, not yet. Oh. Woo! I wanted my back forward too, not that, but... Oh. Got her that time. Oh. Oh. Shit. Good shit, Katana. Oh. Oh, she woke up. Oh. Oh. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. I didn't see what I won. That was stupid of me. Shit. She's always gonna throw Frost after that. Shit. Good shit. Why are my hands so cold? Throw Frost. Yep. Oh. Ah! Why did I stand up? Oh! Fuck! Why are my hands so fucking cold? This is not helpful.
Rematch.
Round 1, fight.
That's better.
Round 2, fight.
Throw Frost. No? Fuck! That sucks. Wow, I'm not playing well right now. Fuck. Fuck. Wow. Wow, I'm gonna have to warm up for sure on Thursday, because this is bad.
Rewards, 25 seasonal credits, currency, combat. Friendly rematch, cross button.
This is freaking crazy.
Player 1, hobby. Player 1, player 2. Player 2, Lima. Player 2, choose cameo. Player 1.
Darius.
Player 1, Darius. Player 1,
Serena.
Academy.
Wuxi Academy.
Why seek Sido's downfall?
Because its order is actually oppression. Round 1. Fight.
Havoc, huh? Okay, don't unblock that.
Round 2. Fight.
Fuck! I'm just picking up Havoc as of last night, so I do not know the Hey Costin!
Seasonal credits, currency, connect front 3.
Round 1. Fight.
Now I'm getting more warmed up.
Round 2. Fight.
Block it. Block it again. Oh, yes!
The victim airborne, then yanks them back with her tail to punch through their abdomen. Ashra impales the victim with a bladed wing.
It's almost like the Book of Eli was making a point.
With her crest as the knives pierce them.
Finish him. Ashra wins.
Fun. Rewards.
25 seasonal credits.
Currency. Complete fights.
Complete fights.
Cross button confirm. Open.
What? Where are you going? Leaving?
Ending
Yep.
match. Cleric 216 has left. Find a new opponent.
Is this a new season?
Searching for match versus Kazuho. Rank. Combat League. Compete in ranked matches and earn seasonal rewards. Season of the Spec.
Oh.
2 days. Crosscut. Searching for match versus ranked. Circle button cancel.
2 more days of Season of the Spectre.
Connecting match versus ranked. Match bound.
All right, who do we have? Hello. There we go. Smoke? Oh, Motaro's the cameo. Oh, we have an Ashra.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh. Motaro throw.
Finish her.
Ashra wins.
Ashra wins.
What do I get? What do I get?
Rewards. 500 coins. Land the last hit. 25.
Nice. Nice.
Free match.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh.
You are a glutton for punishment.
Round 2. Fight!
Oh yeah.
You'll take my place in the nether realm.
Mwah.
Rewards, 25 seasonal credits, currency, combat league, perform a brutality, cross button, rematch, cross button confirm, up and down, navigate, profile level 41, 34%.
The Weather Channel. 1:48 p.m. The Weather Channel. 1:48 p.m.
Round 1. Fight! Round 2. Fight!
Oh. 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 Don't let her get away with that shit again. I said don't let her get away with that shit. Come on, BP. Block it. I wanted my brutal and I still won. I didn't get my brutal, but I still won.
Friendly rematch. Cross button confirm. up and down.
Do you want a friendly rematch?
Profile level 41. 35% experience. Ashra. Mastery rank 19. Play.
What do you want?
Ending.
No, you're gonna leave?
Don Angel has left.
Don Angel. Don Angel, huh?
Searching for match versus ranked. Circle button cancel.
Okay. Let's see who we're gonna get next.
Connecting match versus ranked.
Okay. Who do we have next? Oh. Motaro with Reptile? Oh, Sindel with Motaro. Oh, that's how you're gonna play, huh?
No glory for you. Round 2, fight.
Oh. I could have made the comeback.
Circling her victim. Purple sound waves cause the victim's head to bleed and burst open. With a final pulse, the victim's flesh explodes from their skeleton in a pool of blood.
Fatality. Sindel wins.
How is the rain sounding? It's, I can hear it and I can also hear the wind.
Rematch.
The wind is pushing on the windows. Are you teabagging me? You are.
pushes the victim airborne, then yanks them back with her tail to punch through their abdomen. Ashra impales the victim with a bladed wing, then her wings break into dozens of feather knives. She slashes with her kris as the knives pierce them.
Ashra wins.
Fucking teabagging me in the middle of a match? Wow. Sindel can't actually play. Wow. Take it. Take it. I'll deal with the weather. Take it. It's not that bad.
Weekly quest, 2,500. Combat League.
We need the money. Take it.
20.
Unless you're not feeling up to it, honey, take it. We need the money. Oh! Wow. Okay. But that's what I mean. Like, the money's already gone, so.
Ending match. Your boy Lee has left. Find a new opponent. Searching for match versus ranked. Circle button cancel. Connecting match versus ranked.
Streamlabs.com/blindpress, people.
Match found.
I'll do pop rock shots. Ah! Fuck! Hey, inputs! Ow! Ah! Fuck. Are you? He's double sub-zeroing it. Yes! Fuck! No! Really? You are not bringing this back, bitch! No! My round! My round! Oh, good shit. That's not a bad Sub-Zero at all.
Sub-Zero wins.
202 rewards. 250 seasonal credits. Currency.
Seriously?
Cross button continue.
Why doesn't he just go find another job?
Round one. Fight.
Shit.
Round 2, fight!
Oh. Are you gonna slide at me? Oh, you're gonna throw me backwards? Oh. Shit. Please block it. Oh no. Oh, thank God. Okay. Shit! Yes! Can you make it back on 1/8 of a tank? I hope so, because my money hasn't come in yet.
Round 1, fight!
Oh shit. That's a... Ow. Thank you for waking up into that. Fuck.
Round 2, fight!
Shit. Ah! Oh, come on. Really? Slide and throw.
Rematch. Cross button confirm. Up and down. Navigate. Profile level 61. 18% experience. Ashra.
You're checked did, you're good. Okay. Am I at profile level 61? Holy shit. Really? Why are the jump-ins not working? All over the place, Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero wins.
1. Rewards. 25 seasonal credits. Currency. Combat League. Perform reversal. Friendly Ream. Ending match. P7Z's has left. Find a new opponent. Searching for match. Versus ranked. Circle button cancel. Connecting match. Versus ranked. Match found.
Wow, there's... Why is it so busy during the day? This is crazy. Another Sub-Zero? That's what it sounds like. Oh, Liu Kang. Block it. Oh no!
Kano stabs the victim's shoulders and beams his eye lasers through their skull. Liu Kang rapidly kicks the victim into the air, shattering their ribs. He blasts them into the floor with a massive beam of fire.
Yeah, it's pretty. The wind dies down, but then I hear it like pushing against the windows and stuff.
Rematch. Cross button confirm. Up and down. Navigate. Profile level 61. 24% experience.
Nice.
Ashford. Master.
Profile level 61.
7% experience. Serena.
Not bad.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, he grabbed me out of that. Nice.
Final round, fight.
Shit, block it.
Rewards. Get a flawless round.
Nice.
Combat League. Complete fights. Rematch.
Oh. Now you're using your cameo, huh? Nope. Oh, block it, block it. Block it. Oh.
Did I make you this way? Round 2, fight.
Oh, I ducked.
Stabs the victim's shoulders, then beams his eye lasers through their skull. Liu Kang rapidly kicks
I
the victim
ducked.
into the air, shattering their ribs. He blasts them into the floor with a massive beam of fire.
That was unfortunate. Okay, he's got one on me.
Liu Kang chokes his
Dude,
victim
I
with
beat
such
you like
message
twice.
into outer space. A black hole
And I didn't
rises up
fatal
their
you
insides,
either time.
and their intestines and
Okay.
skin. They thrash until their neck snaps and their skeleton gets sucked in.
Fatality. Liu Kang wins.
Alright, we're doing that? Okay, cool.
Rematch.
Sure.
Round 1, fight. My patience wears thin. Round 2, fight.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh! Serena!
Liu Kang throws a fiery punch. He releases colossal glowing dragons that chomp the victim's arms to
You
hold them in
suck,
the air.
Serena. You
The sword
failed.
drives their head to the ground, which splits their body in half and crushes
You
their head.
failed, Serena. You failed to help. I am very disappointed.
Rematch. Cross button confirmed.
Can't believe he's brought this back to tie it. There we go.
Round 2, fight.
Really? You can't actually fight me? You're gonna fireball me? Okay. Block it. Oh, fuck!
Kano stabs the victim's shoulders, then beams his eye lasers through their skull. Liu Kang rapidly kicks the victim into the air, shattering their ribs. He blasts them into the floor with a massive beam of fire.
Finish her.
Oh wow, is it that bad? It's calmed down slightly here. Like, I haven't heard the wind in a little bit, but I don't know. I did get a weather notification about half an hour back with a storm alert.
Ending match. The Anthem has left the session. Cross. Find a new opponent.
Oh, there's the rain now. I hear it.
Searching for match versus rank.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here because we're at 3.5 hours. But I am going to, I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be early because I have an appointment at 1. So I'll be streaming from like 10 till noon, 12:30-ish. So be sure to tune in for that. And I'll be back then. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you guys had fun. And I will see you early tomorrow morning. Bye, everybody.
Control center for power. 11 of 11. Power selected. Enter rest mode.